Kazakhstan and Germany plan to strengthen investment cooperation and increase trade values. The two countries have both the tools and potential to achieve the goals. Germany's direct investments into the country exceeded $4.7 billion from 2005 to 2018. Last year, the trade value between the two countries amounted to more than 5 billion euros. German Bundestag, or commonly known as Parliament member, Axel Fischer said that Kazakhstan remains as a key trade and economic partner for Germany in the Central Asia region.
Die Zusammenarbeit zwischen Kasachstan und Deutschland ist auf einer sehr hohen Ebene und ist auch eine sehr wichtige Zusammenarbeit.
We are actively working at the political and economic levels. For us, Kazakhstan is an important partner in Central Asia. The recent visit of the President of Kazakhstan to Berlin shows the importance of Germany to the country. This is a sign for German entrepreneurs who are operating or want to start operating in Kazakhstan to expand their business, create new jobs, as well as launch new production lines. 900 representative offices and subsidiary companies with German capital are registered and actively operating in Kazakhstan. Some of the companies that successfully operate in Kazakhstan include well-known Siemens, Bosch, and Knauf. International companies are opening up new offices in Kazakhstan every year. More than 90% of German investments are in the non-primary sector, such as the processing industry, construction, agriculture, and renewable energy.
Dass der Besuch entsprechend auch genutzt wird.
Kazakhstan is a country that is open for foreign investments. German entrepreneurs have expressed interest in the areas of construction, infrastructure, and new technologies. China's Belt and Road Initiative will contribute to the economic growth of Central Asian countries. Experts opined that all of the countries will be able to attract Chinese investments in new infrastructure projects. Central Asian countries are interested in developing their logistics as well as transport sector as part of the initiative program. The projects include the Western Europe-Western China Highway, the North-South Railway Project, the Trans-Asian Railway Corridor, and the Chongqing-Duisburg Line.
By now, already about 130 countries have signed some kind of Belt and Road agreement with China. That's basically most of the countries of Eurasia and Africa. That constitutes about 60% of world population. I think basically at this phase, Belt and Road project is for the developing countries, because they really need basic infrastructure. So I think that the first winners might be the developing countries, and then maybe the developed countries will have some advantages too.
Kazakhstan will assist Kyrgyzstan to be withdrawn from the European Union blacklisted airlines. Pilot training based on modern standards is one of the requirements set by the ICAO. Kyrgyzstan has sent its pilots to be trained at the Aviation Training Center in Karaganda, which adheres to the latest international aviation standards. We have considered several institutions, including training centers in Turkey, the Baltic states, Russia, and Kazakhstan. We chose the Aviation Training Center in Karaganda, Kazakhstan, which offers the best price, high standards, and meets all our criteria. The Modern Aviation Training Center in Karaganda has training programs for pilots as part of the state order of Kazakhstan, which we currently do not have in Kyrgyzstan. Over the past 3 years, 19 pilots from Kyrgyzstan have been trained in the aviation center in Karaganda. Most of the graduated pilots are working for national airlines. In autumn, Kyrgyzstan has submitted a report to the EU Aviation Safety Agency. I am not a populist. I prefer to look at things realistically. We have almost accomplished our goal to be removed from the blacklist. A lot has been done and we have made great progress. We still have some inconsistencies in terms of our aviation standards. We are aware of it and we are working on overcoming these issues. The Kyrgyz government has adopted the Open Skies policy in 2018. Analysts expect that the interest from foreign airlines to fly into the country would bring investments in the country's air transportation sector. The Bakıtlı Otbası program, instructed by the first president of Kazakhstan, has become the most favorite product offered by the bank. Over the last 5 months, more than 4,000 families have celebrated their housewarmings in Kazakhstan, while another 740 families are in the process of choosing their own house.
По отношению к тем 5000 клиентов,
5,000 of our home buyers who have submitted their applications from July until August are low-income, single-parent or large families. We've completely redesigned our business processes in order to offer the opportunity for our clients to choose a house that suits them best in the property market.
кто им больше всего подходит.
According to Liazat Ibragimova, the Housing Construction Savings Bank has developed a unique service ecosystem. However, the main focus of the bank is customer service.
В нашей стране мы первый
We are
банк.
the first bank in the country that has cancelled the acceptance and withdrawal of title and collateral documents. Recently, we have stopped requesting for these documents. It was problematic in terms of typical details when a home buyer needed to legalize or add changes into the document.
Переустановить
1.5 million people in Kazakhstan have put aside their savings for future apartments and houses in the Housing Construction Savings Bank. The home buyers are entitled to the 20% bonus given by the state for a limit of savings not more than 505,000 tenge. The Pavlodar branch of the Housing Construction Savings Bank of Kazakhstan celebrates its 15th anniversary. The bank has assisted more than 10,000 residents in Pavlodar to purchase their own houses. Depositors of the financial institution receive state bonus every year. The maximum bonus is 101,000 tenge.
Всем очень довольны.
We are very happy. The contribution of the bonus is very good. The Housing Construction Savings Bank actively takes part in the development of the new Saryarka micro-district. 396 people have received keys to their new apartments. Recently, children's savings accounts have become popular. The Housing Construction Savings Bank provides good services in the market. I plan to open a deposit account for my children in the future. The Housing Construction Savings Bank provides profitable interest rates and festive mood to deposit account holders. At the Gilles Stroy Ice Party, the bank employees spoke about life hacks on loan products and gave pleasant New Year surprises.
В начале года пойдет реализация.
The individual housing construction will be implemented in the area of the Air Town in the beginning of next year. Therefore, I invite all residents of Pavlodar who are waiting to purchase their apartments to contact the Land Relations Department, schedule an appointment and come to us. The Housing Construction Savings Bank will also begin settling home buyers in the Dostik micro-district in the future. Kazakhstan is becoming a new travel destination in the world map. Travel agencies in the United States are offering new destinations for their clients in America. The agencies plan to promote Kazakhstan as an interesting tourist destination by advertising the snowy peaks, picturesque landscapes of rivers and lakes, as well as the beauty of the vast steppes. Director of a major travel agency in Manhattan, New York, Elena Di Giovanni, said that there is a huge potential in tourism cooperation between the two countries.
Знают, это в основном альпинисты, это лыжники, и это те люди, которые любят путешествовать.
Tourists seeking adventures such as climbers and skiers and those who like to travel with a backpack know about the tourist attractions in Kazakhstan. As far as we can tell, your country is very underestimated by a lot of Americans. We mainly promote the beautiful nature, mountains. That is what the Americans are interested in. However, the cities of Kazakhstan are still unknown or undiscovered by the Americans. We hope that this country will become a popular tourist destination in the future for our clients.
Все-таки американцы узнают больше и больше о Казахстане. Надеемся, эта страна будет гораздо более поставлена на карту для наших клиентов.
Tourism potential of Kazakhstan has significantly increased in recent years. Tourists from Europe have shown great interest to travel to the country. The number of French tourists is expected to increase next year. Travel agencies from Kyrgyzstan region have signed agreements on cooperation with France's tour operators in Paris.
Бүгінгі мынау жасаған презентациямызбен бізге
We plan to attract tour operators to our region by organizing this presentation with participation of representatives of local businesses. This region is one of the most historical regions in the country, with many natural attractions. Kazakhstan used to be the country of oil and Baikonur for French people, but today foreigners know that Kazakhstan has historical monuments, modern cities and beautiful nature. Nearly 150,000 people from abroad came to spend their vacation in southern Kazakhstan this year. The number of tourists visiting Kyrgyzstan region per day is more than 1 million people. International hotels are being built in the city in order to create comfortable conditions for the long stay of the tourists. Experience shows that the European tourists who travel to Kyrgyzstan will visit Uzbekistan as well. Local authorities are developing dual routes with tour operators.
Я очень верю в этот рынок, и я верю, что у него, я знаю, что у него.
I truly believe in this market. I know that it has a huge potential. If the technical issues are resolved, I will be very glad to travel to this place with great hope and pleasure.
Иду на этот рынок и с большой надеждой.
Meanwhile, Mangostau region is expanding its tourism potential as well. A new resort with a 5-star hotel, which can accommodate up to 1,000 visitors, is being built in the region based on international standards. The first phase of the project is planned to be completed in summer next year. We have an agreement with local authorities to train specialists who will work in the hospitality industry. Students of College of Tourism will study in Turkey and United Arab Emirates. A new coastal zone is being developed in Aktau with attraction of foreign capital.
Museums in Kazakhstan have added new rare historical findings to their paleontological collections. A 27-kilogram mammoth bone, which length is more than 1 meter, was placed at the Atyrau Museum of Local History. The hip bone was found on the shore of Ural River. The new exhibit is hundreds of thousands years old. The museum's paleontological department also has the bones of ancient deer, bison, buffalo, and dinosaurs, which inhabited the region. The museum has sufficient amount of mammoth bones for display, except the hip bone of the giant animal. We are planning to recreate the skeleton of this prehistoric animal. Meanwhile, Kostanay Regional Museum of Local History will add a skeleton of an ancient fish to its collection. The remains of the fish were found during the mining of a processing facility. Preliminary study showed that the finding dated back to the Paleozoic era and is aged approximately over 200 million years old. For 200 million years, the bottom of the Tethys Ocean had been a part of the modern Kostanay region. You need to work with this sample and clean it well. We need to call a paleontologist in order to have detailed information of the sample. The skeleton should not be kept in a departmental museum, but instead in a regional museum. Such ancient finding is very rare and very huge compared to what we have found, such as fragments of mosasaurs, plesiosaurs, and saltwater crocodiles. It's not very often that we can find such a huge size of skeleton. Kazakh fashion designers caused a sensation at Fashion Week event in Turkey. They won the hearts of foreign viewers with amazing clothes, which are a combination of two cultures. Turkish national costumes were made in Kazakh design. Moreover, the visitors could also see beshpet or kaftan, coat, saukile or wedding headdress, and other Kazakh national clothing that were presented on the runway. In addition to the local fashion designers, fashion collections in Ankara were showcased by designers from all over the world, as well as famous Turkish couturiers. Fashion designer Gulbanu Sirgabayeva said that such clothes will always be relevant.
Ankara Fashion Week осындай Анкарада өтіп жатқан сән аптасына елшілік ретінде бірінші рет қатысып жатырмыз.
For the first time, we attended the Ankara Fashion Week as organizers. Foreign and Turkish visitors liked the Kazakh national costumes, which we showcased at this event. We presented modern clothes with the design of national elements as well.
Күнделік киімдерменен қатар ұзату киімді шығардық және біздің заманауи киімдерді шығардық.